Hello and welcome to Titanium Talar's Tarot, and today I'll be doing a reading for Gemini, okay? So this is going to be for any placement of Gemini you have in your chart. If you do, great. If you don't, great as well. You probably have a message in here for you, so keep an ear out. And if you are a cross watcher, I welcome you with open arms, because heaven knows I was a cross watcher for many a video myself, so I get you and I got you. Now, I will be mentioning the decks I use as I use them. If I don't, they will be in the description box below. And with that being said, my gorgeous gemmies, let's get into your cards. So the first deck I'm going to use is the Radleigh Valentine Fairy Tarot deck. Well, Radleigh Valentine's Fairy Tarot deck. Okay. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my gemmies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my gemmies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my gemmies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides. And you got the Two of Autumn. Two of Autumn. Interesting. Autumn would be Pentacles in this deck. So please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my gemmies, please come forward and share what they should expect. Six of Summer just popped out. Poked out, should I say. Should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my gemmies, please come forward and share. And you got the Star Aquarian energy. Nice. So, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my gemmies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my gemmies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please come forward and share. By the way, the nickname Gemmy for Gemini, I took it from Outlander. I love Outlander, but I have to watch it in like small spurts because that shit be scary. I mean, I like suspense, not all the time. Ooh, Four of Spring, nice. Gemini, what's coming in? Ooh, the King of Autumn and the Six of Summer. Nice. I like it. Yeah. So, Tower fell in the reverse. I'm not going to take it. So please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my gemmies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my gemmies, please come forward and share what else they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my gemmies. Ace of Winter, that would be the Ace of Swords. See, autumn represents pentacles, spring represents wands, summer represents cups, and winter represents swords. Nice. And you got all of them here, even a major as well. Okay, by the way, I use selenite on my decks to purify and cleanse them. It's a crystal. It's a very angelic crystal. Now, I'm going to use the Brian Froud's Fairy Oracle to clarify. So, first card is the Two of Autumn. Now, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good, who has a message for my Gemmies. Please come forward and clarify the Two of Autumn. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good, who has a message for my Gemmies. Please come forward and clarify the Two of Autumn. Please, angels and guides, and you got the Singer of Initiation. With the fairy who was kissed by the pixies at the bottom, and Guardian at the gate. What? Nah. Girl, guy, this is good. So please, okay, now you have the star for the second set. So please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Gemmies, please come forward and clarify the star card, which is Aquarian energy. I think I said that before, but I'm gonna repeat because I want to. So the first card is the Singer of Healing. What? You have like 3 singers off the get-go. Then you have Penelope Dreamweaver card. And oh, that gnome. And the Death card. And there's nothing to be feared here. This is extremely good. You're changing a habit and it is coming out of your reality, or someone you're dealing with this. Now you have the 4 of Spring, the King of Autumn, and the 6 of Summer. So please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Gemmies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week by clarifying the 4 of Spring. Well, clarifying all these cards here. So you got the Undressing of a Salad, and you got the Singer of Courage. You just got 2 more singers with the Ecstasis, which is another singer, right? So you got 2, 3, 9, 10, and 8. Not in that order, but interesting. Now you have the Ace of Winter. So please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Gemmies, please come forward and share why the Ace of Winter is here in the upright. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Gemmies, please come forward and share why the Ace of Winter is here in the upright. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Gemmies. And you got Epona's Wild Daughter with Fairy Guide at the bottom of the deck, followed by Los Cunas and himself. Yeah. Himself, Mikkel Muckle, Singer of Transfiguration as well. And the Feline. Yeah. I'm gonna sneeze. Well, until it comes out, let's continue. First card is the Two of Autumn, alright? So the Two of Autumn talks of bringing fun into everything you do, juggling multiple priorities or jobs, an exceptional talent for multitasking. Yeah, so you are heading for your joy, what makes you happy. People don't need to understand what you're doing. As long as you're happy, you're good. You don't even need to understand what you're doing sometimes. But as long as you're following your intuitive nudges, yeah, you should be good. So, the first card is the Singer of Intuition. Now, the Singer of Intuition, alright, talks of passage through trial, triumph, new level. So, but during this trial, it is suggested that you bring fun into everything you do so that everything is much more pleasurable while doing it. So you can enjoy yourself while you're doing it. Next, you have the fairy who was kissed by the pixies. Now, the fairy who was kissed by the pixies, alright, talks of the love. Okay. Love given is love received, the metaphorical open heart surgery. That is the significance of this card. But if you look on this card, everybody's happy. Everybody's smiling. You see? So you're having a little trouble. I guess the trouble that you're going through is not how you feel. It's how can you maintain how you feel while your outside circumstances are like continuously telling you, why are you doing this? Why aren't you working? Why are you this? Why are you that? Right? Then you have Guardian at the Gate. Now, Guardian at the Gate talks of passage to new life, openings, gatekeepings. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Hey, hey, hey. Ah, that wasn't bad. Queen! Another one bites the dust. Hey. Gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust. Anyway, so you are, I feel like you're gonna show through example, right? Like you are. I don't have any Gemini in my chart, but I can see where this is going because I've experienced this myself as well. Well, actually, I'm experiencing it myself at this moment in time. Now you have the Star card. Now the Star card, alright, talks of look to the future with hope and optimism. The power of faith to move mountains. Happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. So you figured out the key that needs to be utilized in order for you to reach what you want to achieve, right? That is great. See, now, I just came to that conclusion yesterday. I generally do my readings at night because that's what makes me happy. But then I'm like, well, I have difficulty sleeping because I've been up and watching my computer all day, and it's just like insane. I can't do this anymore. So I'm like, I'm doing my videos again in the morning, and then I'll start working on other projects at night, which will still equate to me looking at my screen, but at least I won't be like up until like 11 doing this. You know, it's more manageable. Okay. And it'll be better for you guys because at least the videos will be out on a timely fashion. Now, the first card clarifying the star is that it will be healing of the body, mind, or spirit, and spirit, which is great because you're going towards what you are more happy in doing, right? Then you have Penelope Dreamweaver. Now, Penelope, alright, talks of inspiration, magical dreams, and visions. So you have been working towards this vision that you've had for a while now, and this vision is just filling you up with all the happiness. It's making you excessively happy. It really is. And so you don't have any plans to stop. Yet for some reason, for those for whom this is happening this week, okay, you're breaking a pattern or habit. For those for whom this has happened, right? Yes. For those for whom this has happened, don't forget my readings are timeless, so I don't mention it at the top of my reading because then it's just, every reading is timeless. The same lessons go on again and again and again. It's how you receive them and how you deal with them that changes. That's all it is. So now, see, Old Gnome talks of trickster, creative chaos, wild gifts, and breaking of patterns or habits. First, I'm getting that wild gifts. So they aren't tamed yet. All they need is some taming. Right? Yeah. And that only comes from you're deciding to tame them, to bring them under control. And that takes time, that takes experience. So it's going to take a little longer than a week, I find. Or maybe we're talking about one pattern or habit. Though even a pattern or habit, if you want to reshape your pattern or habit, it takes at least 2 months to clearly get that habit out. Though sometimes it might take more, because the first time around you'll sabotage it, the second time around you might half sabotage it, and third time around you're like, okay, I'm going to really be like so on point on this one, it's not even funny. I'm gonna make this happen. And that, it might take more than 2 times, 2, 3, 4, 5, however often. You see, a success, true success, is not stopping until you succeed. Now, there are ways to get to success faster, and that's where the rubber meets the road. But in any case, the whole point of not giving up is, so you get knocked back down and you just get right back up, and then you continuously get up, and that's it. I mean, I'm talking from experience because I was hit by a car at age 19 and I had massive injuries, massive problems, and I did not stop until I became this, right? When I say I became this, I mean I couldn't string 2 words quickly enough. This reading would take eons if I still had that rapidity of that slowness of speech, or if I could not think as fast as I can now. It is something that takes time because you're talking about working on your neurons, and neurons, people think that you can't change your neurons, but you can. It just takes a hell of a lot of dedication and patience and all the other fun stuff. It takes time. That's the thing that people don't realize. It takes time. It does. So I feel like at least this week, what is going to die within, what is going to pass away within you is the thought process that you can change things in a week. That, the understanding that maybe, just maybe, it might take longer. And I'm becoming ready to put in the amount of time it takes for me to shift whatever it is I want to shift. This is powerful. Wow, my Gemmies. Okay, next you have the 4 of Spring. Now the 4 of Spring, okay, talks about be grateful, you have much to celebrate, deep feelings of peace and happiness, a contented personal life. Yay! It's like the happy life, happy wife, happy family, happy home, happy whatever, happy husband, what have you, right? I'm a Libra, so I'm just like, it has to be equal share. And so, yeah, you're moving into this. It might not happen this week, seeing as the star might take some time, but if you continue doing what you've been doing up to this point, it will definitely come to pass. And be patient and don't worry. Next you have the King of Autumn. Now the King of Autumn would be the King of Pentacles. It says a compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, and gifted individual. At the bottom it says be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Everything going your way, a good person or company to work for. Now, yeah, I guess you're attracting the person that is going to be... I feel like this is like an earth sign who's done the shadow work. This is amazing. Yes. Very key. They need to have done the shadow work, who have worked on themselves, made themselves better. And that is what will remind you of your childhood, because the Six of Cups, Six of Summer, okay, talks of children, childhood, the return of people or romances from your past, remembering events differently in a better or worse light than how they really occurred. For some reason, then how they really occurred. So you're not really remembering the situation as it is, you're remembering the situation with a new lens. I don't know if that's good or if that's bad. It is your decision at the end of the day. Just check how you feel. How does your inner being, your source energy or your soul feel about this connection at this point in time? Okay? Please check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay? Right. Six of Summer. So this connection is going to feel like, well, I feel like this connection is going to make you happy. It's actually going to, the Six of Summer and the fact that you remember things differently, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. That is up to you to decide. At the end of the day, you have the last choice of what's going to happen in your life. So I might spew some BS. Don't listen to me. Now, when I give you advice, take it with what I mean to say is, when I give you advice, take it with a grain of salt, because at the end of the day, you're living your life, not me. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Next, you have the undressing of a salad. Now, the undressing of a salad talks of balance, avoiding extremes, achieving the impossible, being impossible. What is this word I wrote? What? Smurf! Okay. The other day, I equated all the background people as like little, you know those brown dudes that are like hopping around everywhere in Mario Party? They're like, yeah. I made them like the not Mario Party, just Mario in general. They're this, right? And this blue dude, to me, is a Smurf. So, as you know, Smurfs and Mario are two completely different universes, and I'm like, well, the reason why you seem impossible to all the people in the background is because you do not look like them, and they do not look like you, and you're like, what do I find myself in? Right? I don't know if you noticed, but everyone on this card, alright, who is actually looking at the blue dude, okay, is looking at them with this, like, the side eye. You know? Except, well, one of the ones who isn't is this one. I've never actually noticed, well, I've noticed that, but I haven't actually mentioned that before. And this one is looking at them like, oh, hi, can I be your friend? I feel like this partnership that you're attracting is going to be something like that. They might possibly not be like you. They might come from a different culture. Different mentality. Yeah. And they might be very well off monetary wise, and you might feel like, you know, you've known each other in a past life, and that is why like it's a soul connection, insanely deep, but it's gonna ask a ton of courage from you. It definitely is, because the Singer of Courage talks of bravery, sublimation of fear, and moral strength. I mean, being able to go with someone who is not the same as you is kind of scary, number one. But then I feel like the connection, this awesome connection, is going to work on that. But then you have the family, the friends, the this, the that, and you don't know how to break the news to them because of all the wonderful things he does. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. That came out because. But once this is done, once it's settled that you are an item, both of you together, you're going to feel so much ecstasy, joy, rapture, and motivation with the ecstasis card. You are going to be happy beyond measure, is what I'm getting. Oh, wow. Yes, I can't wait. I resonate with this reading so much. I don't have any Gemmy in my chart, but I'm going to be a Gemmy today. I feel like Lulu I love from House of Oshun. Now, anyway. Oh, I will tag her in here. Where's my pencil? Excuse me. No. Next tarot card is the Ace of Winter. Now the Ace of Winter would be the Ace of Swords. Alright, so it says, don't be deterred by challenges along the way. It's important to communicate clearly and accurately, amazing new ideas that should be implemented. What did I say before? So you have all these issues, family, friends, and you know, it's going to be difficult. You see the issue, but you're like, I see the outcome, I foresee the outcome, and it's going to be it's going to be insane. Like, it's going to be incredibly amazing. So I'm going to do this anyway, right? Yes. It's what I want. Yay! And this card is saying, don't be deterred by challenges along the way. Push through the difficulties. You can make it work. It's important to communicate clearly and accurately. Just make sure that you do communicate clearly and accurately with the people around you about what this is that you're trying to do. Now, this might be in regards to a love connection. This might also be in regards to work. However this applies to your life, it is. Just because I mentioned that it is love or a relationship, in my case, does not mean that it is the only thing that it is. Okay, it could be that your new relationship with a new job, or you're going to be working 2 jobs at the same time, or you might be going into a new department, and you know the ability to work well with those people is going to take a moment, or it's going to be like instantaneous, and people are going to be like, why did we not think of this prior? This change, right? This move or something. That would be a thing. And at the end of the card, it says, amazing new ideas that should be implemented. Okay. You should put these into action, just because you are the forerunner of something does not mean that it is bad. It just means that it is what it is. It's new. And there will be a lag time. That's normal, right? So, the first card you have is Epona's Wild Daughter. Now, Epona's Wild Daughter talks of inner shadow, nightmare, depression, madness, and growth. Yeah, this talk of don't be deterred by challenges along the way. I feel like for the people around you, okay, because once you've made the decision that you're going to change, and change the circumstance in whatever field we're talking about, okay, there will be a moment, a lag time between you doing this and the other people like around you. How should I say this? The people around you being like, okay, fine, you're gonna do whatever you want anyway, so do it. But these things seem to be going well, you know, so continue on your path. It might just drive you a little crazy at times, and I hope whomever you're working with whomever you're dealing with, the other party that you're bringing on that is making everyone around you go crazy, is ready for this challenge. Right? Next, you have the fairy guide. I hope that the other person is ready for this challenge, because it's gonna be a challenge. Yeah. Now, the next card is Los Cunas. Now, Los Cunas talks of sunken treasure, discovery of self, and adventure. And I feel like possibly some of you did not know that you had this in you, right? But due to this, it will come out more. I feel like you didn't know that you had the fortitude, but due to the fact that you are going to go up against all these naysayers and you're like, no, I know this is the right move for me. And you would have never known in the past that this was the right move for you. So just that discovery is like a major change for you. Okay? Then you have himself. Now himself talks of natural law, shamanic powers, life force, and magic. The fact that you are deciding and going for this, making clear, conscious decision that this is how it's going to be for me, and you better fall in line. Well, not fall in line, but you better be cool with it, or you better let me do what I'm going to do, because I am going to leave you in my dust. I don't really care what you think. I'm going to do me, and that's all it is. You know, there are more polite ways of saying I am going to do me. I'm going to do what makes me happy. Excuse me. And I feel like once you put your foot down and you're like, no, I'm going to do what I want. Okay? Once you do that, then you'll be able, well, not then, but most probably prior to that, you will be able to tap into Mikkel and Mukkel's energy. Now Mikkel, alright, talks of everyday blessings, mixed blessings, and play. So basically, it's all about you going through this difficult time and being able to see that you are blessed beyond measure. Right? You are blessed beyond measure, and you can just take a little bit of time and make sure that you check within yourself to make sure that you are on in the right frame of mind to continue to get all these blessings. Because I can tell you, alright, if you're not used to it, blessings will come in and out of your life. And usually, the only way I can explain this is that, okay, if you know Esther and Jerry Hicks, right? Esther and Jerry Hicks talk of, wait, I want to put this, Esther Hicks, or should I say Abraham Hicks, talk of the creative process. I mean, or I'm not sure if it's the creative process or the manifestation process, but like life is supposed to be, it talks of like good times and bad times. Talks of the what's the wording? Talks of the contrast. There we go. Contrast. For you to be able to know what you want, you need to see what you don't want. For you to see what you want, you need to experience what you don't want. And that is where the contrast lies. All right? It's just the ability to separate yourself from what you're actually experiencing and being able to look at it from afar and be like, hey, cool. I don't need to actually like put myself in that frame of mind, that shitty frame of mind that happens when I experience contrast before. But I can keep myself in a high vibration, right? Contrast, high vibe. On a high vibration in order for me to attract what it is I want into my reality. And that is the key. So when you think of that, all right, you are going to be able to transcend, transform, and constantly only experience the good and not the bad and the good, just the good. Because even when bad things happen, you can experience them as good, right? They say that everything that happens is neither in good or bad. The only difference is your perception of them. Yeah. Perception. See, for example, I was hit by a car at age 19. At the time, I didn't see it as good or bad. I just saw it as my next project, right? I didn't see it as good or bad. I just saw it as my new project. And with that, some people are like, oh, I'm so sorry for you. Well, not in that voice. I don't know why I was very nasal in that. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad for you. But here I am, killing it and looking like nothing ever happened. And so I'm like, well, it's nothing good or bad. It's just what it is. And it's what I make of it that will define what it is for me. So that is what I mean. Then you have the feline. Now the feline, all right, talks of delayed completions, tidying up loose ends, and getting it right. I have never actually seen this card this way, but this is exactly what I was talking about prior, right? Every time you're knocked out, every time you get knocked down, you get back up. Every time I got knocked down, I got back up. Every time I thought I had something under wraps and then I noticed that I didn't, I went back to the drawing board and I worked on it and I worked on it and I worked on it. That is what true dedication is. And that is how you or anybody really will change their circumstance. It is not easy, okay? But it is definitely doable. Yep. So, my gorgeous, and I don't have Gemini in my chart, so my gorgeous Gemmies, that is all that I have for you guys this week. If you like this and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and my price. Now, like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell to be notified when I post new stuff, as well as leaving me a comment, because I adore comments. I read them all. I might not answer all of them, but I absolutely read them all. And with that being said, my gorgeous Gemmies, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye!